Thank you. Mphatho Hlelo, thank you very much for the opportunity accorded to us to pay our last respect emndenini wakashongwe. Kubangani nakubantwana siyanibingelela. Deputy Minister Mahaule, Lisondo, siyajabula ukunibona. Uma sibona nina sikhumbula babeshongo. Ngiyayadi le uniform yakhe le avama ukuyigcoka. Namhla ngilibonile ke Lisondo. Commissioner and all members of the police service present here. We meet here today under a very deep cloud of pain, a pain and darkness and a bit of despair. For one of our own has left us. To the family, we don't have words to begin to describe this unfortunate early demise of this wonderful son, the son of the province. As leaders, we owe a great debt of gratitude to the brave men and women of the South African Police Service, including Warrant Officer Thomas Shongwe, whose remains we are laying to rest today. Therefore, on behalf of all South Africans, the executive arm of government, of the state, we extend our most sincere condolences to the family and the loved ones of the South African Police Service officers who have been killed in the line of duty. Today, our hearts go to Warrant Officer Shongwe's family, friends, neighbors, and brothers and sisters. Who that November 20, 2022, had no idea it will be the last time they will see their son, they will see their father, their spouse, their relative, their neighbor. Our hearts indeed are very wounded and our souls scared as we mourn the closing of this well-lived chapter of a remarkable man who devoted himself to his family, to his church, to his community, to the very last end of his life. It is distressing to watch a life so vibrant and full of promise cut very short in an unexpected and unimaginable manner. as the office of the Deputy President and all colleagues who worked closely with him in his entire journey of dedicated service. We are numb. We are in a state of unexplainable devastation. Since we first started working together with Thomas in the Mpumalanga provincial government, he was working alongside with me. I get the opportunity to know him very well and gain some insight of the kind of a person he was. Whether they were young or old, he treated everyone with the same reverence and with the same respect. He's a man of very few words. He did not talk much. Whatever he did, it was like a treasure trove of knowledge being poured out. Because of his disciplined approach to work, in his work ethic, his colleagues gave him this nickname that I hear today, Malume. If you inquire about Warrant Officer Shongwe, you will find a good number of people can vouch for his availability as a source of sensible guidance and counsel. If you do this, you'll discover something interesting about this life. One of the main outstanding attributes that he possessed and that we admired in the office was the fact that he was not working. He basically never went anywhere than home to be with his family. Each time he was given time to go home, he'll go straight home and be with his family. Other people, when they get time to go home and rest, they go elsewhere. We're staying together in Joburg. Each time he found time to go home, he would go straight at home. He exemplified everything that it means to be a loving and a loyal member of his family. Who amongst us will not still and feel heartbroken, abandoned and crushed after losing not only a parent, a spouse, a brother, a friend, the same person and a breadwinner for the entire family? Who amongst us would just not feel bereft and shattered? We are not in a position to claim that we understand how you are feeling, the family, because we are aware that what we are going through as his colleagues is nothing compared to what you are going through as children, as a spouse, as friends, and the entire family. As a result, we are unable to claim that we know the emotions that you are feeling right now. As individuals who have worked with Warrant Officer Shongwe, Malume, we struggled to hold back our emotions from the very center of our being when we realized that an essential component of who we are has been snatched from us forever. We are finding it difficult to accept that we won't ever again hear an echo of his silent laughter as we prepare to travel across our country from one place to another place, from one community, one ward, one village, to another town for government interventions and response in our efforts to build the country of our dreams that is based on equity and justice. A South Africa does not discriminate against anyone on the basis of our social standing. We will never have the pleasure of seeing his face light up with the grin when we talk about soccer, especially when his favorite team, Kaizer Chiefs, has won. You'll only see laughter in his face. We'll miss him for his taste in gospel music. This is one person that when I wake up in my home, when I open the door, I'll see him, and he will be singing alone. And I'll greet him. He will respond by nodding. And I'll say, I didn't know that you can sing. Watching him singing always gave me some pleasure. At times when I reach home, because he had to find some time to be static and be at home, I'll find him with his spectacles here. And you'll be reading. And for interest's sake, I'll say, what are you reading? He said, I'm studying, I'm still studying. Oh, good. His life was a lesson to me as Deputy President. I'm sure it was a lesson also to his colleagues. His contribution to our team provided us with memories that are worthy of being treasured for as long as we live and breathe. He was a very disciplined person that I've ever met in my life. It was the essence of his being that moved every one of us. His politeness and his love for the people will make us miss him even more. If everyone in South Africa could just embrace Malume's mindset, Malume's thinking, our country will be a lot better. And we encourage those members who have worked with him to emulate him. When an official that's working for government possesses the demeanor and the high moral character of a warrant officer's nature, it is possible, it is not, impossible to corrupt such people. I can vouch standing here that Thomas was incorruptible. He was always standing high, morally high, very disciplined, very trusted. Warrant Officer Shongwe's calm manner was matched only by his devotion to duty He was also courteous, timely, and disciplined. Yet he was a very perceptive person. On this fateful day, we woke up the same. We're on our way. I approached the convoy, and I saw everyone ready to leave, and I captured his face. Well, we left. We drove. Along the way, someone said we had a puncture. Well, I took it as a puncture. And it was his car that got a puncture and went out of the way. And that was it. That was the end of his life. He was on duty. We were together on a journey. But he left us, and we proceeded with the journey. Some colleagues took care of him and his colleagues. That was it. After the beginning of his career with the organization as a student constable, in 1991, Shongwe achieved a total of 31 years, as it was said, of dedication and sacrifice in the service. For the duration of his service, he was attached to the Protection Security Services, where he served as an in-transit VIP protector. From 1994 to 2018, he was responsible for rendering protection services to the office of the Premier in this province. That's where I met him when I became a Premier for the first time. Shongwe was moved to the Presidential Protection Services. When I left this province, some of these members were moved to the Presidential Protection Services. From 2018 until to date, he has worked as a close protector to the Deputy President and his team. In all of the years that we have worked together, he has never been a subject of a formal complaint or investigation into possible violation of the Code of Conduct. Malume was truly the finest son of Mpumalanga in our country. It was only natural for him to move up in the ranks and join the Presidential Protection Unit. This is a special unit, like Commissioner said, of the South African Police Service that is trained and dedicated to protecting the daily lives of our presidents, deputy presidents, former deputy president, and visiting heads of state. Without men and women like him who are willing to put their lives on the line for those they serve, particularly heads of states, the repercussions may be incomprehensible. It is possible that our country could experience a long-term negative political and societal ramifications as a consequence. Regrettably, there are not many men and women of this character in the world like him, and we owe it to these individuals to appreciate and honor while they're still alive. Sadly, His life was taken away from us in a most sudden and never imagined, an extremely horrific manner. Nina bo Shongwe, sitsa kwehlanga lungehlanga, nilale ngenxeba. Your pain is our pain, your sorrow is our sorrow. We share collectively in your loss. Indeed, it's a painful moment to lose someone so important to you. Even the passage of time makes the agony less intense. We'll never forget Malume. The time that he spent in this world was a blessing, a special gift to those of us who interacted with him on a daily basis. He has never spent time with his family. He was always in my company. He was always next to me wherever I am. We want to take this opportunity to extend our condolences to the wife, children, one more time during this hour, the difficult hour. Psalm 34, verse 18, has an uplifting verse that we'd like to quote to you as a way to strengthen your spirit. To paraphrase what is written in the Bible, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. We believe that our Creator grants you the fortitude and strength to continue walking through this journey, even when it is covered by darkest clouds possible, knowing very well that one day these clouds will diffuse. We also want to take this opportunity to wish a speedy recovery to the injured members of the Presidential Protection Service that were traveling with Malume. It is our solemn faith that all these members will pull through and rejoin the team once again, which has grown into a wonderful family of servants of the people of our country in their determined march towards a united, non-racial, non-sexist, and a prosperous country. In their honor, we shall neither abandon nor sacrifice at the altar of convenience the fight for freedom, the fight for democracy and economic emancipation of all our people. We'll do this so that every child who's born in our society will have the opportunity to aspire to greatness and work just as diligently as with as much honor as Warrant Officer Thomas Shongwe. Permit me to restate the South African Police Service statement. The South African Police Service flag does not move just because there's wind. It moves because of the last breath of every officer who died protecting it. We want to say, lastly, may the soul of this giant that has fallen rest in eternal peace. May the family find comfort in our Lord Jesus Christ, forever and ever. Thank you very much.